All right, let's have a real talk about Range Rovers and Land Rovers. These cars look amazing, right? They've got the looks, the swagger, the I made it vibe, but that's where the charm ends for most people. Here's the thing. You might see a used Range Rover or Land Rover that's just a few years old. Maybe even one that originally cost $80,000, now selling for the price of a brand new Toyota Camry. At first glance, it feels like a steal. I'm getting a luxury SUV for Camry money? Yes, please. But here's the ugly truth. Those savings are basically a trap. These aren't your regular cars. They're not Toyotas or Chevys where you roll in for an oil change, pay your $50, and drive off without worrying. One little repair out of warranty can run you $6,000. Minor stuff, brakes, sensors, electronics, quickly adds up. And if you hit a major repair, something like the transmission or air suspension goes out, congratulations. That deal you thought you got could cost you half the price you just paid. In some cases, it's even closer to the full price of the vehicle. Owning one of these without deep pockets or an ironclad extended warranty is basically a financial gamble. Here's the deal though. If you're still thinking about buying one, do this right now. Stop dreaming about the badge and run the numbers. Figure out your repair cushion, $10,000 minimum. Check if you can get a high-quality extended warranty that actually covers the scary stuff. If you can't do either of those, put the idea down and walk away. Seriously, treat this like a financial reality check, not just a car you want. Here's why these vehicles are mostly for the wealthy. The people who drive Range Rovers and Land Rovers and don't stress about repairs, they usually lease them. They write them off on taxes, keep them under warranty the entire time, and never feel a single pang of sticker shock at the service center. You, buying one used, you're on your own. You need at least $10,000 set aside in a separate account to cover repairs over the next few years. If you don't, and something breaks, well, you'll quickly learn that luxury can feel a lot like bankruptcy in motion. And it's not just the big repairs. Regular maintenance is insane compared to your standard brands. Oil changes, brake jobs, tune-ups, they cost roughly 3 times what you'd pay on a Toyota, Honda, or Chevy. Parts are expensive, and even labor is higher because these are sophisticated machines with electronics and systems that require special tools and knowledge. This is a car that demands attention, money, and patience. If you're not ready for that, it's not worth it. Now let's talk depreciation for a minute because it's brutal. That $80,000 Range Rover Sport I mentioned earlier, a few years later, it might sell for $35,000 to $40,000. That sounds like a crazy discount, but the reality is you're buying someone else's expensive headaches for pennies on the dollar. And just a reminder, those headaches aren't minor. We're talking air suspension failures, electronics issues, cooling system failures, and other problems that can make a repair bill skyrocket into 5 figures if you're unlucky. This is why financial planners sometimes call these vehicles a bankruptcy trap. I'm not saying don't admire them. Love the look? Go ahead. Dream about it? Fine. But if you're seriously thinking about buying a used Range Rover or Land Rover, you've got to ask yourself, am I financially ready for this? Do I have a $10,000 cushion for repairs or an extended warranty that's actually solid? If the answer is no, walk away. Walk away. These cars aren't like the Camry or 4Runner that you can just drive for years without ever stressing about a $2,000 repair. Bottom line, Range Rovers and Land Rovers can look amazing and feel incredible, but they're not for everyone. They're mostly for wealthy buyers who lease and never face the financial consequences of ownership. For the average buyer, they can be a nightmare waiting to happen. And the amazing deals you see on a few-year-old model, those deals are just illusions until the repair bills start rolling.